everybody. We're going to be doing a poem read today. So, as we read this poem, I want to see if you can identify the elements of poetry. Remember, the author of a poem is called the what? Very good, the poet. Now, as I look at my poem, I see that there are 3 different stanzas. What's a stanza? Very good. A stanza is like the paragraph of a poem. So, this is stanza 1. So, here's stanza 2. And here's stanza 3. Now, notice none of them have the same amount of lines. And remember, lines are like the sentences of a poem. So that is odd. Most of the poems we've read have had the same amount of lines per stanza. So this one's a little bit different. Now, the title of our poem is called My Room, and it has a picture of a boy with kind of a messy room. We'll have to figure out what this poem is all about. So remember, what the deeper meaning of a poem is called the imagery that a poem has. So we'll see if we can figure out what is this poem trying to convey to us? What is the poet's purpose in writing it? My room. When I close my door, I'm all by myself. I look up at things that I put on my shelf. A flashlight sits there by a bowl that I made. Sometimes I use it when I'm afraid. My favorite book is on top of the pile. I take it down every once in a while. Under my bed is a box filled with toys. There's a plane and a game and a car that makes noise. And way at the bottom, there's one robot shoe. The other got lost since the robot was new. This is my room. There are things everywhere. There's a ball in the corner and a coat on the chair. But the thing I love best is up there on my bed. It's my big fat dog, Charlie. He sleeps by my head. Okay, so what do you think the poet's purpose for writing this was? Was it to inform us? Was it to entertain us? Or was it to persuade us? Very good, it's to entertain us. And why do you think that the poet wrote this? What do you think the imagery is that he's trying to get across? Yeah, I kind of agree. Like that rooms are kind of like yours. They make you unique. Your room is unique to you. So the poet's trying to say that your room kind of makes up your personality. It reflects you. So let's see if we can identify the rhyme scheme here. So remember, in order to identify the rhyme scheme, we have to underline the last word of every line. Myself, shelf, made, afraid, pile, while. Do you see any rhyming pairs? Myself and shelf is one rhyming pair. Well, I start the first line every time with the letter A. Now, my next letter would be A because shelf and self rhyme. So it's actually an AA pattern. We haven't had that one yet. A. Now, does made rhyme with shelf and myself? No. So this is actually B. So afraid, made, do those rhyme? They do. So this is actually B. Good. Pile, while. What about those? Pile doesn't rhyme with afraid, made, shelf, or myself. So we know that pile needs to be letter C. I take it down every once in a while. While rhymes with pile, so it's also C. So your rhyme scheme in stanza 1 is AA, BB, CC. Now, I know each stanza has to be a little bit different because it has different amounts of lines. I'm going to do stanza 3, and I'm going to ask you to do stanza 2 all by yourself at the end of this Ed puzzle. So we're going to skip on over to stanza 3. This is my room, underline. There are things everywhere. There's a ball in the corner and a coat on the chair. But the thing I love best is up there on my bed. It's my big fat dog, Charlie. He sleeps by my head. Now, this is a popular rhyme scheme. So your first line should be A. There, room everywhere. Do those rhyme? No. So this is actually going to be B. Room everywhere, corner. Do those rhyme? No, they don't. So that should be letter C. Room everywhere, corner, chair. Chair and everywhere rhyme, so this needs to be B. But the thing I love best, chair, corner, everywhere, room, none of those rhyme, so this actually is going to go to D because this is all part of the same stanza. Is up there on my bed, best, chair, corner, everywhere, room. Nope, so this needs to be E. Charlie, bed, best, chair, corner, everywhere, room does not rhyme. It's got to be letter F. Head, Charlie, bed. Ooh, we have a rhyming pair there, head and bed. So this would actually be E. So the rhyme scheme for this stanza is A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. If you technically would have broke these into 2 different stanzas, so 4 lines per stanza, it would have been an A, B, C, B, A, B, C, B. But it was all one stanza, so we had to go ahead and move on to D, E, and F. All right, now you're going to do stanza 2 all by yourself. Remember, underline the last words and then see if you can find the rhyming pairs of words. Then go ahead and assign a letter to each line. I can't wait to see you guys be such poets and identify the rhyming scheme. Hope you have a great Wednesday.